Hello. Sorry, I think it is got disconnected. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Is there any doubt till now? Are you able to understand, like, or am I going like very fast or advanced?
For me, okay, it is. I'm able to
Okay.
understand and
Like I am just giving the overview, like how it will be. So for
yeah.
coming to the classes, we will go very slowly only. Like first of all, we will go with the TypeScript, like how you understand the JavaScript. It's the same like a TypeScript. We will go first 2 3 days basics of the TypeScript. Then after we will continue with the Angular by developing small things. Like so till now you have learned the HTML, CSS, and we implement this HTML, CSS into this framework. So it's a easy thing. Already you have learned HTML and CSS. We use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Same, that only remember. So, and we implement it with the logic. We write by using JavaScript. It's a logical part. First of all, you have to understand this HTML. HTML is uh, just a body, like it's a screen only, skeleton. Just it don't have any. We don't have anything to do with HTML. It's just a schema, like it's a pencil where before any builder, if you want to construct any building, you will sketch now. You will sketch first of all. You will sketch things on the paper. So HTML is same like that only. Or any person, for example, it's a particular person. There will be X person will be there. So I have designed. I have written that this is a skeleton for that particular person. Then I want to add CSS. CSS means it's adding the colors. Bootstrap and CSS. Okay. So I will add for easy shirt a yellow color or different colors. I will add to the particular person. I will add attractive costumes to this particular person that belongs to CSS. And then I want to add JavaScript. JavaScript is like it's his brain and how he think, how we understand, how we think, and what the task performance you want to do, whatever the things you want to perform. Like if you want to send a text to any friend, we type and we will click on the send button. So that functionality will done by the JavaScript. If you want to load the page, if you want to call to the one person to another person by using WhatsApp, by that is a JavaScript functionality. If you want to send, if you want to download any file, if you want to click any button, anything, any navigation, that functionality will done by the JavaScript. Any logical thing which will happen on any browser and anywhere, it will done by the JavaScript only. And we include these three in our Angular framework, right? Yes, like a routing and navigation. If you want, we will navigate from one page to another page. If you go to the Facebook, like there are multiple things, events, like Instagram, we have the reels and we have the posts and we have chatting one panel and account one panel, account details and everything. We are scrolling, so every time it will scroll to the new form. like that. We will navigate to one place to another place. We will navigate to uh, different persons. In a search bar, we will search to another person name. It will navigate to another person. Whatever the search we will give, based on the list we will get, and we will go to that particular person page. So uh, communicating from going from one page to another page, it will completely done by routing, right? And a form, what are forms? Any form, any application, this is the one form actually, right? If you want, if you are applying any these are the forms. For example, if you want to apply any job, anything, if you apply in olden days, what is will be there, like we want to apply anything, any government jobs or any uh, college admissions, anything, we used to fill with our hands, with a pen and paper, by using this form. We will write and we will send it through the post box, or we will give it to the one particular person, and that particular person will transfer this everything. Yes, this is a form actually. So that is the virtual, that is the live form. So instead of that one, we are developing by using Angular. These are the forms actually. First of all, we have to understand why the software will be came into existence, mean to make people very easy to access them, and reusability very fast. For this purpose, we software was introduced. So everything, whatever the forms we post or we get, by we will create through the HTML, CSS and JavaScript only. This is the example form. So with the same form, we will develop by using Angular with a very fast and easy. Okay. And that they are from, and HTTP are like transfer protocols. Like if I want to transfer data from my place to you, like I can develop the Angular application in my local machine also. But instead of that, if I develop that application in my local machine, so it will not be accessible to you two people. So if I want it accessible to entire world, I will deploy it into the server. So for that server, there are the transfer protocols will be there. After hosting our application, so it will communicate from one person to another person from the server by using HTTP. And there is the testing will be there, Angular testing by using Jasmine and Karma. So any application what we develop, we need to test it actually. So before give it to the developer, before to give it to the user, so we will test this particular application. That is belongs to another in the same Angular only. TypeScript only we use with another engine, like it is like JavaScript, like Jasmine and Carbon by using we will develop. So this is completely this Angular architecture, like MVC model will control. I have to write. So this component will control everything, and that this template will be front of us, like we will see whatever the code we write, and from the directives we include. So this is the architecture. We will go further, and the topics we learn in Angular. Now these are the topics, like components, modules, data binding, and parent to child. communications. Like parent to child means one block to another block communication. So two-way binding and directives, life cycle and attribute directives and view children, content children, services, dependency injection, changing pages, crowd guards, security related like navigation and observables. And we create the pipes and HTTP request, get, put, post request we will develop an authentication and optimization by using lazy loading concepts and deploying the Angular application. Before going to that Angular, we will have the introduction of the TypeScript. What is the TypeScript means? I'd say it is like C Sharp, .NET, Python, this language actually. Like how you learn JavaScript, right? The same like it's like a one language, but once we write the TypeScript code, once we compile that one, it will convert to the JavaScript only. But because why we use TypeScript is it's a typed functionality. Like we have the set of rules, fixed rules. In JavaScript, we bypass few rules actually. So for that one, TypeScript has came to existence. So same we have the data types, classes, access modifiers, properties, and function overloading, constructor inheritance interface, objects, modules, etc. And we will go with a few programming examples like string reversals, swap two numbers, and pattern range. So once we have the understanding of these programs, I'm telling you, like if you understand these programs, mainly we people, everyone will skip these things actually. We have to focus mainly on programs actually. Then we understand like how the computer is thinking. If we are a developer, so we have to think of a in a way of a computer, how computer is thinking. We need to program that particular computer. So if you understand these for loops, conditions, then the development will very easy. So first mainly you focus on programs and TypeScript, like TypeScript these concepts actually. Oops, object oriented principles. If you focus on this oops concept, these concepts, you can easily understand all these things. So my suggestion is like till now, if you learned JavaScript, so understand these classes and objects, data types, these concepts. So then you can easily understand TypeScript also, and few programs if you understand, right? How the application is like how the particular code is executing and how the logic is applying to understand those things. So then Angular is very not a big thing. You can easily learn Angular compared to HTML and CSS. Easily you can understand Angular. Yes, is there any doubts? You can interact. Shall we have Node and Angular CLI installation? Yes, we I will install. We will install these two things actually. Okay, I will send this particular thing. You want to install, or do I need to help, or you people will set up the installation?
No.
You want to install, or do I want to help you?
For me, it's installed already. Just I want to
Okay.
know if the process is correct or not. That's it.
Yes, no, it's a like you have installed the Node version, right?
Yeah, Node and Angular CI both. And
Yes. If you follow these steps, right? Only after installation of the Node, or you need to run this command. Just that's it. Okay, tomorrow we will install these things again if you want. Otherwise, it's very easy. So you download this node version and tomorrow I will explain very clearly regarding what is node and where you write in VS Code installation also, and how we what is the purpose of the node and how the application run in the browser, and we'll go very slowly with this concept. From tomorrow I will start with the TypeScript basics actually. So once we understand this TypeScript classes and objects, overloading, interfaces, inheritance, objects, modules, and how the TypeScript is converted to JavaScript. To understand this concept, like Angular is very easy. Just understand like Angular is a easy, simple framework. We integrate whatever HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and TypeScript. We integrate them into the Angular in that particular framework.
Should we write the code in TypeScript or JavaScript?
Actually, we write in the code in TypeScript.
Mhm. When we run the code, it directly changes it into JavaScript, right?
It will we will not able to see directly. So when we run any code in Node like Angular CLI by using, so it will compile and transpile to the JavaScript, and it will throw it to the browser.
Mhm.
So in the browser will understand only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Mhm. So my
So
doubt
it
is like we can just directly write in JavaScript.
yes, you can directly develop by using JavaScript also.
Mhm.
I have told initially, like if you develop in JavaScript, we write in a single page, right, in one JS file.
Mhm. Okay.
So it's a framework. We are building blocks, separate blocks we will develop, right? So you understand, right? What is the difference between framework and normal
Yeah, yeah, I
library?
understood. Yes.
Yes, in the same way.
That is.
And another no, that is also not a main difference. And there is a main another main difference is in JavaScript, a few things will be there, will not be available. Like in TypeScript, there is completely object-oriented OOPS concept will be there, like interfaces, inheritance, polymorphism. This concept will be there actually in TypeScript. This is a base language like C, C++, C sharp, like that. Uh, Nowadays, now JavaScript also they also introduced this class and object concept actually. So there is not any major big difference, but TypeScript have the few strict rules will be there actually. So for that purpose, we use the TypeScript in the Angular. After developing the application using the TypeScript, the TypeScript will be transformed to JavaScript. TypeScript is TypeScript is nothing but a superset of JavaScript only. That is not any other different technology. All are similar only, but
Okay.
there are few syntax and few concepts will be added in the TypeScript other than JavaScript actually. And here Angular framework will understand TypeScript only actually.
Mhm.
It will understand JavaScript also. But using TypeScript, it's very fast for us to develop. If you see like any JavaScript, So same concepts will be there in JavaScript or TypeScript, but there are few difference will be there. I will show in the classes when next coming classes. I will show what is the difference. Okay. Is there still any doubts? Still,
Clear from my side.
if you want anything you want to ask, anything you want to know from me. Okay. Okay, Abhi. We can go very clearly in next coming classes. This demo class have just overview. I've given overview of these things, and it's very fun to learn Angular, and it's very easy. Just we are the middle persons who will integrate all these different components in one place, and we will run this particular application. Before that one, you have to understand what is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript basics. Then you can directly jump into the Angular application. Before that one, you can understand these for loops, basic for loops. Already we maybe you people are familiar, I think, in our graduation like that. We can learn them. Okay, okay, then it's your time. Okay, then tomorrow we will meet up and Madhu.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, thanks.